My name is Jonathan Sonoff, and I'm from Southern California. If you're thinking disaster potential scenarios, fire and earthquake are the biggest natural disaster likelihoods here. Having power and water are very important. It was sudden. We're watching the World Series. My friend just said, "Did you feel that?" I said, "No, I didn't feel anything." And then boom, the whole thing hit. The power went out immediately. I'd been through several significant earthquakes before. This one was much more shocking. Light poles swinging, the water sloshing out of the pool, kids being flung out of the pool, 5-6 foot waves. The cars are bouncing like you couldn't imagine. The smell of gas, which was everywhere. Turning off our neighbor's gas, checking on the old neighbors, and making sure that everybody was okay. Not having power, we had a lot of candles, which is a very dangerous thing to use after an earthquake, but not having any reliable form of electricity becomes a big problem very fast. Of course, there were no flashlights or batteries to be had within an hour of the earthquake. They were all snatched up. We started worrying about all the food in the refrigerator. If I had the F3800, I would have been a lot more confident, right? I would have had the ability to project real light. I wouldn't have been concerned about losing all my food. And in the dark, light gives you a sense of power, and you never know how long these things are going to last, right? But when power goes out and you don't know when it's going to come back on, you need to have power. Not having, backup power in my house has been a source of concern for me for a long time. And having the F3800 at home, now I know I have extension cords. I can put an extension cord into my mother's room, or I can wheel the extra one over into my family room if I don't have a whole house backup, which I will. I have the ability to wheel it all around and solve problems. I could cook for the family. I've got hot plates, everything I need. I don't need to build a fire outside. I just have confidence I could go on living my life. I could even plug it into my car, and it plugs right in, a couple button pushes. As I rely on it more, I would grow the system. It's something that fortunately you can plug and play as you can afford it and add to the system. Capability and the specification of the F3800 would do just about anything you can imagine. It's an awesome system.